You are now listening to the Happily Ever Banter podcast. Let's go!
People like us when we're funny, you know?
You don't know what people like.
They do. They like, yeah, so.
We're recording.
Oh.
Isn't that funny?
I know, it's so crazy. So you want to, like, who started this trend? Wait, by the way, this is episode what? What episode is this, Magnus?
I think 64.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 64 of Happily Ever Banter.
Sponsored by KT Wellness, Essentials Health, and Vaughn Realty Co.
That's right. But so anyway, so Magnus just shows a picture. So it's crazy right now. They have a trend going around where you can turn your dogs into humans.
Yeah, yes,
and like
ChatGPT.
Ask ChatGPT what you look like. So you have the picture of Tiger. Let me see, which one was Tiger? Okay, yeah. I mean, we can show the fans whenever we do the. So this was Tiger. If you're watching, you're going to be watching YouTube. This was Tiger, and then this is him as a kid. So it's funny. So all our friends did their dogs. It is hilarious. And so one of my friends, she did hers, and I was like, "That looks like the painter." And she's like, "Crystal, yes, it is Rob Ross. Rob Ross." It's funny. It's just crazy because
Not Rob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross. Okay, she said it wrong. But anyways, but it is kind of crazy though. So whenever ChatGPT does that, I'm like, is there really a kid that looks like that out there, or did they just put it together? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there's a kid out there that looks like that, or is that kid? Huh?
That's what they probably do is like combine millions of faces.
But it's hilarious. So all our friends been sending their pictures of their dogs and what they look like, you know. And then, but we haven't tried changing us to dogs. That's what we need to do. Dale, we need to post us and see what we look like as a dog. Do it opposite.
Reverse.
Yeah, reverse. It's crazy the different trends that come out that, you know, that happen. Dale?
Yeah, hold on. I'm asking this guy a question real quick. Yeah, I mean, but you can do so much. They got some crazy stuff you can do with AI.
Yeah,
You're not even scratching the surface what you can do. I mean, you got some weird stuff. Me and Magnus send back and forth.
I show my kids that stuff all the time.
Demented.
I'm like, you need to see this.
Well, sometimes I think they memorize, and they'll come back and be like,
memorize.
They'll say the name.
Memorize.
They'll say the name or something, and I'm like, golly, like I asked that like a week ago. You know, it's like, but I think now I read something that they're starting to remember what all you say.
Yeah, it has like a chat that you'll open up, and if you continue in that same chat, it'll reference everything you said before. So you can open a new one if you don't want it to think about those.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Gotta love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had an eventful last weekend, so that's one of my things I had written down. Just the joys of being an adult and a homeowner. We had our AC
went out. So,
say 6 months ago, our AC had some issues. What it was, there was a leak in the coil. Mm-hmm. And
so they added more Freon. I mean, it lasted a while.
And it was fine, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, hey, eventually you're going to need to, like, he didn't say you got to do it right now. He said, eventually you have to change this coil out, condenser and some other stuff, about $3,200. Like, all right. So then fast forward, just really like, this past week,
actually, I started noticing the air before we left for Mexico.
Yeah, we were getting the alerts on our AC on the unit app saying that it's been working harder to keep up, and so
and finally it just went.
And finally it went out to like our house was at like. Luckily, we have a spray and foam house, so it is pretty efficient. I mean, it only got up to 76.
No, it didn't. It got up to 79. But I'm saying during the day,
it was never 79.
Yes, it was.
When?
Our last day before it got fixed. I swear.
No, it was not.
Yes, huh? I can have a text message. I snapped the pictures of my friends. So it wasn't bad during the day because it was comfortable. It was just going to bed at night because we're so used to sleeping cold. So
and I was fine. She bitched. I was like, you bitching is not going to make it cooler in here.
I mean, sleeping with no covers on. I like to be cuddled. But I mean, you know, sleeping, you had like, we slept naked because it was not comfortable sleeping with clothes on because you were hot. I had the fan going up here, then a fan going. Yeah, it was not.
I slept fine those nights.
He said he did, but I didn't. I slept horrible. But
you got to get your mind off of it.
But we got it fixed yesterday, and I slept like a baby last night.
Yeah. So fast forward. So apparently there's new regulations with the Freon from the government, blah, blah, blah. Well, that certain coil, they don't make anymore because you got to get the new coil, new everything because of this new regulations for EPA. Yeah. Luckily, he was able to find the old coil, but so that ended up costing us almost $7,000 to get the coil swap, the condenser, and a whole new unit, which gave us a 10-year warranty. But
so we ended up swapping it all out.
But we had this house for 9 years. You think that your AC should last longer than?
But it wasn't. I think it was the coil.
What? No shit. That's still the AC.
I don't understand all that. I don't even know what the condenser is or whatever. But the condenser thing is that thing in the attic, and then the outside unit, because that's what the condenser is.
Do you want to know everything about it?
No, I was just curious.
I can explain it to you.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, we're doing a podcast right now.
No, I was just curious because I was like, man, it's not that our unit was bad. It was the coil that somehow developed a leak, But it was funny. So when he came in and did I was like, just have him go ahead and add some more Freon again because it'll last us, 4 or 5 months, Well, then he did it, and then it just didn't even last 24 hours. And then here we were through the weekend. And then I was like, man, I should have got it done Friday, but instead I decided to Quint's shop and Blake's shop because we celebrate the birthday party Sunday, and I was already out and about. And I was like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing, but I should have got it done Friday instead of Monday. So we had to go through the weekend just being just yucky, And thank goodness it was cooler outside, but it was cooler outside than it was inside the house. That's how it was.
Yeah, but it was still, it wasn't so hot we couldn't do the podcast because we did Dale Not Dale.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse. My AC went out in like the middle of August.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Yeah.
Getting an AC guy out was a nightmare. It took like a week.
Yeah, so I was talking to some of our friends at CrossFit, and like, thank goodness, like what we spent is nothing compared to what other people spent. Like some people were saying they spent like $17,000 or something. I'd be like, oh my God, like how I don't know. I couldn't even think that far. But I mean, still ours from 30,
like 10,000.
Ours was, the coil change was 32, I think. And then to do everything else was 68.50. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it comes with a warranty, So it still just sucks. I hate adulting. That sucks,
Yeah. But I agree with you. 9 years is a little bit early.
I know. So it's like, is the coil outside or inside?
The evaporator coil is what cools down.
I know. Is it inside the attic or outside?
It's inside the attic.
Oh, it's inside the attic. I know.
Now, the way Freon works is as it expands, it cools off. Because when you have pressure, volume, and temperature, whenever you have increased pressure, you have increased heat. When you have low pressure, whenever the Freon expands, it cools off the air real fast, and the air blows through the.
So I guess that's why they couldn't
coil.
like caulk it or something or fix the hole.
Yeah, well, the Freon's under very high pressure.
Okay.
So
when
leak.
It's
like trying to put a duct tape on your tire that's blown out.
Okay,
it's not gonna hold.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was exciting to deal with.
Yeah, no, adulting sucks.
But then we also had sports this weekend, which was pretty cool because we both, before we left, I told Dale like they were both in the same vicinity like Katie. We just didn't know where. So when we each looked up the address, it was the same address. And I told Dale before we were backing on the drive. We were backing on the driveway, and I said, Dale, you might want to double check the address that I pulled up just to be sure before we actually leave. And sure enough, we were like, how is it the same? It was like, it was in the same building just around the corner. It was so crazy.
Feeling sluggish? Is your energy tanked? Well, KT Wellness can help. They specialize in TRT and HRT, otherwise known as low T, helping you unlock your potential. Personalized plans to get your hormones balanced and you feeling your best. Visit them at KTWellness.com or at KT Wellness on Instagram. KT Wellness, unlock your potential. The bad thing, okay, so volleyball, if you play 2 days, they have like weekend passes. You pay $20 and that covers for the weekend. So basketball is $20 per person per day. So
$80.
If me and Chris will both go, that's $80 you're spending just to get in to watch. And on Sunday, if they lose the first game,
sometimes just one game.
You paid $40 just for one day for one game. I mean, that's like I could probably get a nosebleed Rockets tickets for the same price.
I guess
this is a pro team here.
I guess it. So each facility gets that money? I wonder what it goes towards, because some facilities we play at rinky-dink little places, and it's like, what is this?
No,
going to?
the people who put the tournament on get the money. Then they pay up.
Then they pay. Okay.
Obviously, they pay a portion too.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get Doge to look into it.
It's not bad whenever you play like 30 minutes away, but driving like an hour away to turn around and play a game for an hour, then turn around and come back home, that's when it sucks, you know?
Yeah, no, somebody's at the door.
Somebody's at the door. Oh, that's Tiger's food getting delivered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, just think about the money you got to spend. Like, we got our statement in yesterday for volleyball, and I know there's a lot of parents out there with kids in select sports, but
it just goes to show you how much you've paid overall.
Kenzie's volleyball, this was just to be a part of the organization. I mean, that's just your monthly dues. Total, we got like a little recap. What was it for the
almost $5,000?
Almost $5,000.
It's freaking ridiculous,
dude. Like, that's not including like going to the games, paying for the games, all the shit you
stay in the hotel, because we sometimes
or if you we haven't traveled much.
But the thing is, we don't do the travel team, because I don't even know how parents do the travel team, where they like fly, stay in a hotel like us. We'll do one big tournament where we actually have to travel somewhere, and we have to pay for hotel and food and stuff like that, you know. But
yeah, it's outrageous.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless my kid's going to the Olympics, I'm not doing that.
I mean,
they better go to the Olympics.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's
I mean, we both stay busy, you know. Especially on the weekends and stuff. So like, we kind of like really, I guess when the summer hits, we kind of semi have an off season, because Barneson's basketball is a little off, but then we jump into beach volleyball, which beach volleyball is actually fun, because I love being on the beach, putting on shorts and a tank top and getting some sun and watching them play, you know. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I got a few people who wrote in some stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
One guy says, "How does Crystal feel about you being on Wiki Feet?"
Oh, Wiki Feet. Okay, what's that mean? Like a Wiki Feet meaning like snappy and stuff, like being the way how you are towards me?
No, like a feet finder place, like a thing that sell feet pictures.
Oh, wait.
I want to see if my feet are on there.
They gotta be, because didn't you have your toe removed or something?
My toenails. Yeah, I don't have toenails.
Nobody would ever want to see Dale's feet.
There might be somebody into that, dude.
Nobody.
Somebody would. There's a market.
His two big toenails are like this, smaller than my pinky nail.
Both my big toenails are gone.
You get a discount when you get a pedicure.
He don't even get
20% off.
He doesn't like to show his feet. That's why, like.
I don't want to touch. Like, dude, even when I get a massage, like when they go to like they touch your feet, like I've jumped, dude. I hate the feeling of somebody touching my feet.
That's even like when we're laying in bed and stuff. You know, like we'll lay close and stuff, but like it's not like I'm gonna sit there and like rub his feet and massage. But like he don't like his feet. You know, like if we're spooning or something like that, like for feet touch or whatever, you move your feet quick.
I don't like people touch my feet. It's nothing about my toes. It's just I don't like the feeling of people touch my feet. It's weird.
Yeah, because he never, when we were dating and stuff, he never liked to wear sandals or anything. So I never forget, was it Marshall's or Ross's? They came out with a sandal that just covered the big toe.
Yeah,
Magnus.
I bought those.
He bought those. It just covered it. So you'd wear them with flip flop, but you couldn't see the big toe.
Go to WikiFeet, see if you can see my feet on there.
No, there's no way you can see.
I gotta
your
open
feet.
a private browser and a VPN real quick.
Dude, hey, I'll sell some feet pictures.
I just don't understand how some people have a feet fetish and they love feet. Like, do I need to show my feet?
Well, speaking of which, you got a pedicure right before Mexico, and Dale told you it was a waste of money. How did your nails?
They're chipped.
Okay.
But I didn't go get them fixed because I'm waiting for 4 or 5 weeks before I go. You want to see my feet, guys?
No.
Dale's totally vindicated.
That's it.
It's just both of my top. I mean, they're not. They're just a little chipped, not enough to be like, oh, I got to go get a pedi. Like these things can wait.
Yeah,
You called it.
I know. Oh, other big news.
What?
Just a couple of days ago, me and Crystal hit our 23 years together.
I know. I always get confused because people are like, happy anniversary. It's not our anniversary. It's our first year. That was 23 years ago. Dale asked me out on a date. Is that an anniversary?
That's an anniversary of y'all dating.
Date anniversary.
Yeah, wedding anniversary is specifically for marriage.
Okay, because everybody's like, happy. So I never understand that. But I said,
It's still an anniversary.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not like it's a
I know 23 years, y'all.
I mean, if it was like, hey, it's our 3-year since we're dating, that's a little different. But 23 years is something to celebrate.
Yeah.
I feel like it's still.
Do y'all ever do the month anniversaries where it's like,
Oh, dude, yes.
we've been together for 3 months now?
Yeah, we did.
yeah,
we did that.
yeah.
We did that when we were dating.
But you know what?
we were
Like,
19, man.
I guess, I mean, we always celebrate our wedding
It's
anniversary.
just a reason
but
to get some good sex. You know?
we need to learn to celebrate the day we met, you know?
But what if the day we met? We met way before we started dating.
Yeah, but that's the day, like, officially you're like, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend. Want you to be my girlfriend? Like Justin Timberlake song.
I'll never ask you to be my girlfriend.
I think we just figured that day.
Null and void. Never asked you. Doesn't count.
I don't know why we decided that date was that it, because you asked me to dinner and movies.
I think that was our first like date.
Yeah,
and
because-
then we were together ever since then.
Yeah, because other than that, we were like go to clubs or whatever, like and hang out. So like officially, maybe that was a date, like just us two together.
That was the day after you came to my house drunk, jealous.
Yeah, and I kissed you, didn't I?
You gave me a kiss on the cheek when you got out of my car.
If I can turn back time.
Wow. Well, I got a quick ad read about Essentials Health, and Kiki kicked it off with some beautiful singing. But hey, what if you could turn back the clock on your organs? Essentials Health bioregular peptides offer a potential pathway to support cellular health and potential reverse biological aging. If you're serious about optimizing your well-being, research bioregular peptides and visit essentialshealth.com.
And so on another episode, no, I can't say that.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Is that one of those Is that one of those things where you got a boner?
Oh no. She heard the boner episode.
I saw the little reel. I laughed. Oh my god.
There's a hot widower there, Magnus.
It was funny. He was making fun of me for coming up with something childish. He's like, actually, that's a pretty good idea.
That's actually, that was good.
Well, some of the comments that y'all were saying, I was just like, wow, really? Okay.
Somebody asked, should couples have a joint or separate bank accounts? What are your thoughts on that?
I know it's so crazy. So like
We've always had
joint account. Like when we were dating, it was separate. Once we got married, we combined it. I mean, like, I don't understand, but there's some of our friends now to this day, they're separate. And they put money.
You'll see them Venmo money back and forth to each other.
Yeah, or like we'll
it's
go
so
up there and they're
weird.
like, I'm paying for this. But you've been together how long? And you're arguing who's paying for who? Oh, well, then you got to owe me. Like, what in the world? Like,
What, do they
and
get an
then,
allowance?
or they'll put like money in.
Okay, you're yelling into the
sorry.
mic. Jesus
They'll
Christ.
put money in just that one account just for bills and stuff. I don't understand that because like whenever you get married, everything becomes one. And I'm not just saying that because like, I mean, when we dated and started going out, I was working, like.
This episode of Happily Ever Banter podcast is brought to you by Vaughn Realty Company. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrade your dream home, or looking for an investment property, Vaughn Realty Company has you covered. With unmatched local expertise and a team that treats you like family, they're not just finding you a house, they're finding you a place to call home.
So why wait? Start your journey today at vaughnrealty.net, or you can find them at Vaughn Realty Texas on Facebook and Instagram, Vaughn Realty Company, where dreams meet doorsteps. Now back to the show. And I still have other forms of income that come in, but I'm still considered one. You like, what does it say? When you get married, you become one?
I think it's a song.
One. You like a dream come true.
That's not
Okay.
Same. That just has a song with the number one in it.
I was going to sing two. Just like a dream come true.
You can't. It's not the same. One and two is not the same thing.
But yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there that have this joint or not joint, which I don't understand. There's some people that say like we have a separate account just to pay our bills in, just to go on vacation in, And then there's some people that like they might have a joint account, but they might not have access, or their wife or husband might give them an allowance, to spend for the month.
Well, my wife and I did the Dave Ramsey thing, the Financial Peace University. I've done it twice. We did it together once right before we got married. Actually, right after we got married. So we have separate bank account numbers, but they're connected together. So whenever I log into my bank, I can see all of our accounts right on top of each other. but they have different numbers. And we use like a digital envelope system where we put money comes in to a certain account, and then we put it into other accounts for different things. You just get ahead of your money coming in. You tell your money where to go. That's really the best way to do it, is have your money spent before you get it in, so you don't spend it on something that you don't need to.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of ups and goods and bads about the Dave Ramsey system from, just from what you see online.
Mine's very modified from his, but the principles are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he likes to deal with the average person. There's always different reasons.
Well, that's the bad thing about us. Like, it's not like, some households, like maybe one's a saver, one's a spender. Well, we're both spenders, which is not, it's not good.
I don't think I spend as bad as, for a man, Dale's a spender, you know what I'm saying? But then you look at it with other people and
I don't spend a lot.
It's like you live once, I don't know. It's not like we go beyond whatever, but I don't know.
Dale earns the money. He has a pretty good idea of how much he has coming in, and he wants to reward his hard work with nice things.
He has a hard time, but backing out on shoes.
I haven't been buying shoes.
Yeah, but it's so funny. A pair of shoes came in the mail, and it felt like shoes. I was like, I sent a picture to Dale. I was like, Dale, are you freaking kidding me? Because you just got New Balance shoes. He's like, open the box. I go to open the box, and when the way I opened it said 7.5. They were mine.
See there?
And I forgot he ordered. Them for me.
No, she's fine.
Yeah, I forgot he ordered because I wanted the Jordan lows.
Isn't there a Bible verse about a speck in your eye and a plank in your brother's eye or something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was funny though because I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, we talked about those. I like those. Yeah, because he was like, open them now, and I'll open them.
They're only $50, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hell, you can't buy shoes at Walmart $50 anymore, probably.
No, the Crocs used to be the cheap alternative to expensive shoes, and my God.
I remember when there was Payless around here. We were obsessed with Payless. They don't even have Payless anymore because we would go and get, nice, not tennis shoes, but sandals or whatever like that. But before they all closed down and went somewhere, it's like you would go in there and you would end up still paying $45. They used to be $11.99, $12.99, $14.99.
Hey, turn my ears down, dude. She is loud as shit in my ears.
Oh, okay.
No, you're fine. I think my thing just turned up.
Yeah.
You're just talking 1,000 miles an hour and you're loud.
It's probably your earphones.
No, that's better.
Okay, yeah. See, they were yours.
I was too. You were being Magnus was blowing him out too. Let's see. Yeah, so joint stuff. Yeah, we have joint. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have separate, which is I don't know.
I don't understand. Yeah,
I think as long as you both agree on it, then it's fine. But
yeah, I mean that's their own prerogative. Whatever. They do. There's no right or wrong. But for me, I feel like it should be. It's all you're all combined. Everything's coming in, but it is funny you see married couples Venmoing each other across. You see it. I'm like, that's so wild.
I'm not gonna say the names. We have a couple, and it's they argue about who's paying for dinner. Or then you owe me. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, can I borrow $20?
Dude, Venmo's the craziest thing. I have contacts that I haven't talked to in 20 years, and I'm seeing them pay for tacos or something. I'm like,
yeah,
Venmo has to fix this privacy issue. This is insane.
I know.
Most of my stuff I click on the private. I think all mine's private.
And then sometimes you don't actually say what you're saying. You joke about it, like a toy or something. Just say something silly. Don't actually say what you're paying for,
Yeah, some people will share everything.
Yeah. But I think it's because you can't send without saying something. So sometimes I just put a dot. On the comments thing, you have to have some kind of comment. So I'll just put a dot. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is a little suspicious that they want us to let them know what they're who are they sending this information to?
Yeah, who's reading
IRS?
This?
And
Elon's going through these
But like I said though, half the time sometimes we make up dirty, nasty stuff, just to be funny. And they're probably like, man, what's wrong? We're sending tacos, then we're sending butt plugs. We're sending, just something just something silly, I
have a friend that would always do that.
Yeah.
He'd Venmo me money, he'd put something ridiculous in there.
Or nice massage.
Yeah, back rub from Magnus.
Yeah.
Front rub.
I usually put something else for when he does those so people don't get suspicious. Okay, here's another one. We've been married for 10 years. I'm pretty sure our bedroom playlist hasn't changed since 2015. Is it time for a spicy Spotify intervention? We used to do it when we were younger. When we were younger, we used to listen to music.
We
during
did.
sex.
And that song we used to listen to was Genuine. Damn those jeans. I think it was.
In Those Jeans.
In Those Jeans.
And then some Satisfy You by R. Kelly and P. Diddy.
And he would also have the Yankee Candle lit too.
Yep.
I forgot what's Midnight.
That's been a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
But yeah, that is funny. Somebody asked that far as which listen to that song.
In
In
them
Those
jeans.
Oh, dude, that's a badass song, dude.
They'll be like grinding slow.
Huh? Hey, Genuine was awesome, man.
Oh yeah. He liked me in them jeans. Yeah.
Bump and grind.
Yeah. Slow, baby.
Dude, R. Kelly had some freaking
Dude, R. Kelly
bangers.
was awesome. I still listen to R. Kelly once in a while.
Yeah.
I still listen to Diddy. I don't care about what he did. Still like his music. Like I said, I still listen to Kanye. I mean, he's out there, but I don't mean I agree with him selling swastika shirts or nothing like that. It's nothing to do with. I don't listen to him for his moral views.
You can separate the artist from the art.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
So did we answer their question?
No, she said, "Is it time for?"
Okay.
Yeah, I get. Hey, if you're into listening to music during sexy time, yeah, you need to. But but the old songs were way better. I don't know what many new songs I would think like, oh man, that's a sexy song.
Or sometimes people say to like, what do you call that? Like foreplay or play around or something before you actually do it, instead of just getting to bed and taking off your clothes and doing it.
That's not what they're saying.
That's not what they're saying. Oh, okay.
Talking about their playlist.
Oh, their playlist. Okay.
It has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Jesus. Like talk to a child.
Well, we haven't done. I mean, that's when we first started dating. We were listening to music. Now we don't listen to music.
No.
Now it's just the TV on, whatever's on, and the sound machine way up.
Yeah.
We listened to Frank Sinatra on our honeymoon. We had a playlist of a lot of like Frank Sinatra music.
That's what you
for our
listen to.
honeymoon.
That's so crazy. I didn't know. This is so weird that you said that name, because like growing up when we were going to bed, that's what we listened to. Oh, is it Frank or is it Valde? Dun dun na 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 na. Yeah,
Vivaldi.
That's him, Vivaldi. Yeah, and y'all listen to that.
Frank Sinatra is not a classical music composer. He was a singer in like the 50s and 60s.
You know what Frank Sinatra is?
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what y'all listen to compare. We would listen
Fly
to.
me to the moon.
Yeah, and you're younger than us.
Oh, he's older than
I'm
us.
older.
Oh, you're older than us? Okay. That is hilarious. Fly me to the moon. Oh my God, I can't imagine. And then we're like, damn them jeans. Oh my God, that is totally opposite.
Megan's got a waterbed, huh? I told you.
Yeah, that is crazy.
We're a little old fashioned, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, waterbeds were back when we were little, so I can't believe they still do.
He still looks at Playboys for the articles.
But I'm saying, do they still even make waterbeds?
Yes, we looked
They
it up.
do?
There's a couple manufacturers still.
So
make it.
how old is your waterbed?
We just bought a new mattress maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's not a
Our old one
waterbed.
had a leak.
No, it's
Oh.
still a waterbed mattress.
Yeah, it's a waterbed mattress. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've had a waterbed. We talked about it. Like I've had one as far back as I can remember.
So whenever you go on
the
vacation
80s.
and stuff, what do you do? Do you sleep well?
They bring
Sleep
it.
terrible. Yeah, we just drain it.
Oh my God. I can't imagine
trained
that.
it.
That moving like that 24/7.
Well, ours has baffles in it that they don't.
But yeah, the technology has changed a lot in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We looked them up one on Dale podcast. We were
like-
curious.
Yeah, it was like 90% wave is this price, and then like 95% waveless is even more. So yeah, we pay for the extra luxury, but way cheaper than those mattresses. These mattresses are outrageous,
Yeah.
and bed frames and furniture in general is just crazy overpriced to me.
Yeah, it is, because we got a game room couch, and like the cushions are already like ripping and stuff. Like, but
Well, that's
we
because the kids are idiots and jumping on
we
it.
paid
so.
nice for a mattress, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to get rid of the couch.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
a sleeper. It's a sleeper mattress.
but we
Sleeper
upgrade
sofa.
the sleeper though. So
I remember I came over here one time, and a couple of the Quints were, I think the twins were here, and they were like throwing the kids around all over the furniture. Y'all.
Yeah, oh no, they don't
they're
care.
wild.
They're rough
and
on
we
that.
still have a nice mattress. We can't get rid of it. It was because we got a new king one, but when people come over, they have the pull out and so I hate how it's just elevated like that, just on the wall. But I mean, it comes in handy, especially when the Quints come over and spend the night. Everybody has a space, 3 of them sleep on there at the pull out, so it's like, can't get rid of it, even though it'd be nice to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you store a mattress?
I know.
Like
Yeah.
that?
So it just stays there, and I clean the sheets and I keep it clean,
Yeah. I know.
but it's just,
Maybe you can get like a Murphy bed. Maybe have it like stored on the wall that comes down.
In the butt.
yeah.
Kind of cool.
Cause the
All right,
kids,
got another question.
Okay.
How do couples with pets survive sexy time?
oh, well,
We don't. Our dog. I mean, he was younger.
When we were younger, yeah,
it
he
is
was in
weird.
our-
It is weird to have an animal in your room.
because they say, there's a lot of people that say they stare at you, whatever. But in our case, like, our kids love. I mean, he's with the kids, so like, I think even when he was a puppy, he was in his kennel. But like, yeah, he doesn't stay in our room, so we don't have to deal with that.
But I
problem.
mean, people do have that. People do deal with that though.
Come up, hey, just making sure y'all are doing it doggy style.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even know if they
Looks
know.
familiar.
I don't even know if they comprehend what they're doing.
I don't think they got an idea.
I don't know about that, but I do think it's kind of weird.
Or we've had that where you ever had a dog like touch his nose to your feet while you're doing it.
Oh yeah, or you have like an animal that keeps jumping on the bed and you tell it down. Oh Lord,
I know.
I'd lock them up in the bathroom.
No, it is a real thing, especially if like you have cats or something like that.
And even whenever you have young kids like under 2 years old, I remember our 2-year-old was like knocking on the door trying to get in one time.
Yeah.
See, we never had any of that. We haven't.
No,
Yeah.
but you just lock the door.
Yeah. Our kids know when our room's closed, don't come in, knock or, I mean,
She was yelling into the door, "Leave my mommy alone."
Oh, dude.
It's so weird. We joke about it still.
I still the one thing memory reminds me in my head is on the Home Improvement when the kid apparently walked in on Tim and having sex, and they said they were having somersault contests. I still remember that as a 10-year-old kid watched that show and they talked about that. I think that was so funny.
That was a great show.
That was a good.
Yeah, there's reruns out there.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was showing it to the kids. They loved it.
Home Improvement was a great show.
oh yeah, great show. They don't make shows like that anymore.
All right, here's one I got online. You can only do it in one room for the rest of your life, but it can't be the bedroom. Where would your new love nest be?
Upstairs in the guest room, besides the couch.
I mean, I'd say anywhere.
I know you'd say anywhere.
There's got to be somewhere comfortable, though. You can't be.
Yeah.
Crystal's not very spontaneous, though.
What do you
She's
mean?
usually not spontaneous.
I'm not gonna be. Where would you like me to be spontaneous?
I'm just saying in general. Like,
I
if
think
we
the one time we first moved in, we did it on the counter because it was a big counter. We're like, damn, look at this big old space.
right, big old island.
Got to break it in.
Yeah, but she's not a very.
It's funny that
Spontaneous
people ask
person.
us to think about this because then you ever think about when you go to people's houses, like
Oh yeah, like they had sex right
like
there.
they had sex on on the couch and you're sitting there. I guess you don't.
I mean, anybody can go to hotels, dude.
I mean, yeah, same
I
thing.
know
for-
we're off Flemmis there.
I know we're all sharing everything together. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty gross. What?
Just get a black light in a hotel.
I don't
dude.
even want to see that.
Can you imagine?
What?
That's so gross.
So gross. But yeah, so any space for Dale, and I'm like naming spots in the house.
Dude, here's a good one I found online. If a company offered you $1 million to broadcast one of your intimate moments, but your faces are blurred, would you take the money or protect the mystery?
You better cover up them tattoos.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. People. I'll be like, I mean,
Oh,
people
yeah.
have done a Dell tattoo on their thigh. I'd be busted.
I forgot about that because I mean, how much money we're talking about? Would you say
$1 million.
$1 million bucks?
Kiki's in.
But
Oh, I definitely would do
But
it.
hey, listen, then for $1 million, then you can go like the Kardashians. Look what they did. They did sex tapes, and look where they are now. Like if you're going to cover up my face, nobody's going to know my body, but people that are my friends. And they're like, "Go you, Crystal, for $1 million."
Yeah, $1 million. Shit.
Shoot.
I'll do it for $10,000 right now.
Then we might double or triple it. Look,
Pay for this AC.
people are probably thinking they were wild, but I would do it. Cover my face up.
I know. I thought about that too. One of those, like, dude, I got these. The only reason I came up because that chick. I heard her on the podcast, on the Stiff Socks podcast. The Bonnie Blue chick that slept with
Oh, like
1,000 dudes or something like that. and she was talking about like they have all these guys apparently that have like they're wearing like ski masks and stuff like that, and she was asking, she goes, yeah, most of them they had like girlfriends or wives that were there, but it's like you think about that, it's like, man, okay, but I got like freaking, what if you got like tattoos that people know?
Yeah, that's kind of
Immediately out yourself.
Hopefully nobody reaches out and let.
Mom's name
Hopefully
right there
nobody
on the screen.
reaches out and wants to do it and pay some
Dude,
million
hey.
bucks.
Show me the money, dude.
Show me the money, yeah.
I am not filming.
I tell you what, $1 million bucks would be hard to pass up.
And I always wonder about like actors and actresses whenever they do like intimate scenes, because like you're the camera's there, but it's like, how can you get intimate like in a sexy scene? You know what I'm saying?
They're getting paid a
What?
bunch of money.
I know.
They're acting.
I know you're acting, but like,
Well, they have an intimacy coordinator. They have a person that
yeah, I
kinda
know,
helps.
yeah, but still though,
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah,
so
you got to
weird.
think that probably 30, 45 second clip on a movie probably takes them a half a day to film.
I know exactly. But then you have, I always thought like you got your acting career and then you got your real life with your husband and wife. That has to be hard. I know it's not the same.
Yeah, but it's there.
But then there's a lot of people that get connected in a relationship when they work 365 days of the year of making a movie.
They don't take that long to make a movie.
Or yeah, I remember Brad Pitt and Angelina hooked up during the Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Smith movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie, but now they're both weird. Freaking.
Oh, she's always been weird.
They're artists.
Yeah,
they're
they're
crazy.
they're all different. $1 million, yeah, dude. Sign me up. If anybody's out there, let's talk.
Yep.
We'll talk some cash here,
Dale, for real.
dude. Tell you what, I can put some makeup over my tattoos.
Yeah, as you can. I can't believe we agree to that. People are like, wow, but I mean, for $1 million bucks,
Dude, I had some gay dude on one of my posts asking if I had OnlyFans on Facebook.
I'm about to open one up
I
right
was
now.
like, what'd you pay him, brother?
you did not respond back to him.
Yeah, I did. So I've been thinking about it.
You would not do that, babe.
These select sports are not cheap.
I mean, it's not going to last long. I mean, Kenzie's almost out of high school, so
They'll get scholarships.
over there, scholarships in
Yeah,
college.
you got retirement.
Got a backup plan.
Yeah, kidding, dude. Got to take advantage of while we're in shape.
I know, right? That's right, baby. You still got the guns out today. I didn't clean up today. I was like, you know what? I was going to clean up and shower just for the podcast, but I was like, you know what? I don't know if people listen or watch, but I'm going for the real and raw, baby. Happily Ever Banter, and you're going to get the look, okay? It's okay. I'm rocking it. Any other crazy? Those were actually some good questions. Dale's like, let's get weird. And those did get a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of them I got from online, but a couple of them I did get from some people.
Oh, okay.
Which are good.
Yeah.
What's one thing about me that you never want to change?
You have personality and your looks.
Well, that's going to change.
It's two things.
Well, I mean, your change, you're going to change. It's personality. You're fun, caring, loving. You got it going for me, I don't know, your sense of humor. You know what I'm saying?
There's not a wrong answer.
Yeah, you don't want it.
She keeps looking at Magnus.
Yeah, your sense of humor. I mean, right? You got a great sense of humor, You don't want to lose that, which I know you will never lose that, What
Yeah.
about me? I'm just...
If I say your tits, those are fake, so you should be good. No, I'm joking.
What happens if they disappear or rupture or something?
No, I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, I would probably say
Same thing, personality.
no. That's the last thing. You could change that. I'm joking. It's a joke.
I mean, we both
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm saying
Here we go.
We both have a
People
great
love us.
people love us. We have a great sense of humor, and some of the stuff that I say, it just comes out. Like people are like, oh my God, did you mean that? No, I might not be thinking. I might be thinking too much. Might be speaking before it comes to my brain. I don't know, but this is who I am.
Her
And roll with it.
mouth moves first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
faster
saying.
than her brain.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes it comes out faster than my brain, But that's what people love about me. Like, Crystal, it's my personality.
That's exactly right.
What were you going to say?
Uh,
I am caring and have a good heart. I can speak about myself because I'm humble.
No kid.
We both have a good
Crystal's the
heart.
only one's gonna have her own eulogy recorded. She writes about herself.
Yeah, I mean, we both are caring. We're both, well, I'm sensitive. You're not as sensitive, but like we both,
I think one thing good about you is you're not afraid to speak up.
yeah. So
I do like
sometimes,
that about
sometimes,
that. Hey, dude, she's definitely like, I'm not afraid of confrontation, but she's gonna go all in on fast food workers, waiters.
I mean, sometimes
Something
it's
happens at school, dude. She's all up in them teachers. Like,
I am.
I'm like, go ahead. Like,
I'm like, if you won't give me an answer, Kenzie, I'm going to the teacher. She's like, please, nope, I'm not playing with that. Like, I want to answer. So like, sometimes that's a good. I mean, sometimes
heaven
it's
forbid,
good.
heaven forbid one of our kids ever got bullied. They haven't, but
Oh yeah,
I'd feel bad for them people.
I'd want to contact that parent and they'll meet face to face. Like, yeah, I don't care. I'm like, I ain't macho, but I got a mouth.
No, she speak up.
Yeah, I'll speak up.
Mama
She's
bear.
pretty courageous on that side of it. Mm-hmm. No, she definitely a mama bear, there's no doubt. Which is good. I mean, like I say, hey, you gotta
Yeah, so is Chelsea.
have your kids' backs,
Yeah, and
But
sometimes
to a fault. Sometimes she acts like her kids they've never done anything
Yeah.
wrong. I'm like, hey, that's what she does too. She can't take any blame for anything. It's always somebody else's fault. Like something happened to kids. Well, that's probably because somebody else. I'm like, you can't always think that.
Yeah, I know.
They're not like,
I know.
no kid's perfect. Like
Yeah.
you can't always look to somebody else to blame that stuff on.
and sometimes I'm like that in friendship too. Like sometimes I speak too much, and then sometimes my friends are like, no, you shouldn't say that, or we shouldn't say that. What's that going to do? But then sometimes it just feels good to get it out instead of just keeping it bottled in for so long, right?
But you bottle up, then you lash it out.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
But thanks, that was great.
I started thinking about, I actually ordered something last night I seen online. They have this, it's called Mindful Journal. It's like a men's journal. Like I was thinking about, like, I don't talk to a lot of people about much, like
Yeah,
letting things out. I actually had a good talk with Kyle today when I went to his TA. Okay, me and him talked quite a bit about some things, and then I was talking about that. We were talking. So this book, like every day, like it kind of teaches you how to journal. It says like, hey, write 3 things you're grateful for. Then it has different things you do. It tells you every day. Like then you write out stuff. I was like, maybe a good way for me to get some things out that I don't technically really talk about. Hell, even with you, like I feel like I talk to you about stuff and then you judge you about it. Like you can't have conversations sometimes. No, we don't. I mean, it's true.
yeah. It probably works both
Why
ways.
you need that? Wait, no, that's just how you are.
Yeah,
Instead of listening or like you jump to the worst conclusions. So it makes it tough. That's why we talk about not having intentional conversation. But I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
Why? You agree?
yeah. Sometimes,
That's true.
yeah.
It's not a dig at you or nothing like that. I'm just saying, but I think that's just like the time I had that when I had my surgery for my.
Yeah.
Why you need that? Like instead of like,
Yeah.
it's like that's what makes you not want to open up about stuff. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, now since you have it done, yeah, it's a tremendous big difference.
I know that, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Then the initial, I went and did all the consultation, did all the stuff, even without telling you,
Yeah.
because I knew how you would react. Which that's sad that I felt that way.
I don't think you told me.
Not till after I did all the consultation, I was like,
Okay,
"Hey,
I
I'm
don't
doing
remember.
this." So we got to work on that. Just because of, like I said, I'm sure you and Chelsea have a lot of like we don't have those kind of talks, man. We don't.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to say that's probably one of the biggest fights we have is whenever I'm trying to, like, Chelsea will say something and I'll try to, resolve it, like what you were saying Crystal does. Like, try to fix the problem right away without listening, just hearing the whole story. And I'm like, I've already fixed this.
Oh, I can't tell her one story about her asking me 17 questions
Yeah,
before I
but-
get it. I'm like, dude, I am trying to get this
Yeah,
part
but
out.
then he gets like,
Because you.
I'm just
Because-
asking questions.
I know, but
it's
I'm
hard
like-
for me to listen to the whole thing, then ask
You-
questions. So I'm asking questions
But
as
you
you're
can't.
going.
But you
so
can't
I
listen
don't-
while you're talking.
So I don't forget, but I am listening. But if I don't ask these questions while you're talking, or you're
that-
explaining, I'm going to forget.
But you know how that pisses me off when I can't even get a thought out
Yeah.
without you jumping down my throat on something. Like, how many times I'm like, I'm not telling you more. And I'll walk off. I want to tell the rest of it.
Yeah.
But that's a part of it.
And sometimes you do that to me too.
Rarely, you don't talk to me either. But I'm just saying, you ask so many freaking questions. We're watching a brand new show we both never watched. You'd ask me all these questions. I'm like, I'm watching the same shit you're watching. I don't know. Like,
So you should watch it ahead of time. So you can answer.
I know, dude. I'm like, that drives me. I mean, I'm sure every married couple deals with that. You're like, because I see memes all the time with that. I think the Tollers did a video like that one time. She's asking all these questions. She's like,
Yeah,
we're watching this in real time together. I don't know this answer. That's you though.
Those are great answers.
Yeah, well, Chelsea will be watching a show that I'm catching up on. Like I think some Outlander or some show,
yeah.
and there's like 100 episodes of that show, and I'll just sit in on like season whatever they're on, and I'm like trying to ask her a million questions, and she'll answer all the questions, but I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting here asking her all the questions. I wouldn't appreciate it. If she walked in, so I'm just
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
I'll look it up on IMDb and just shut up.
Well, sometimes Dale picks a terrible opportunity to watch anything, and the kids are running in and out there playing and stuff. He's like, I can't watch, and he's like, turn the thing. Are y'all done?
Dude, the bad thing about an open concept house,
Yeah.
I can't hear shit.
Yeah, it's because our main.
I'm about to get Bluetooth headphones to my TV.
We have the little speakers above to do Bluetooth surround like that.
No, that don't even help. It's
Yes,
just,
it would help.
Still,
We have the little things you can do Bluetooth speakers in your living room.
Wireless surround.
Yeah.
No, but I think what Dale's on, and also he's been to a bunch of concerts, so his hearing's
my
probably
hearing is
not
my hearing is not
mine
the
too.
best.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I can tell because sometimes I'm like, Dale, turn it. Well, sometimes it's not loud enough for me because I'm like, dude, turn it up. I like the sound bar on. He don't like it, but I like the sound bar on when we have it on.
I like closed caption.
Oh, I hate. Oh, we have friends. They have every time I go to their house. I'm like, oh my god, that's like a oof.
That helps me.
That drives me nuts.
But you're always like, what'd they say? Read it.
Crystal just can't read that fast.
No.
Oh, I can read that
Can't
fast.
keep
I can't stand having that on.
She
there
adds
on
all
the
the
bottom of
extra
screen.
words in the sentence.
I might add extra words or not read them all, but pick and choose what you want to read. That makes sense.
Imagine subtitles of what Kiki thinks they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with songs that you sing and you're like, he'll be singing. I'm like, dang, that's what that said. That's what, like, he was talking about the Sabrina Carpenter song the other day.
Espresso.
No, Bed Dreams or whatever.
Bed Kim.
And so, like, no telling what I'm saying to those things. He's like, yeah, it's saying this. And I was like, dang, it's really. So now when I go to sing this, when I go to sing the song,
She's one of my favorite artists right now.
I sing the right lyrics because that's what it says instead of just looking at the lyrics to see what they actually say.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I'll drive around my truck listening to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
I love her music.
She's good.
But her lyrics are like, she is very sweet sounding, but her lyrics are very provocative. Which I like. I mean, they're well written, but
she came here not too long ago. But the tickets were so expensive. Jeez, huh? Remember we looked at it, we were like, "Holy hell!" And then we want to go see Riley Green, but geez, come on, guys.
well, I'll wait till he's not like Charles at a small little
venue.
But yeah, I think Magnus. I think the years of going to rock shows.
I bet the thermostat set at 6'9".
Yeah.
Great lyric. Dude, I love Sabrina Carpenter, man.
Yeah, she's good.
Big fan.
Me too.
But yeah, let me see if I have anything else written in here. If anything else.
How long we been rolling?
About 45 minutes.
Oh, okay, good. Almost perfect time to wrap up because we got to get Bronson from basketball.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Well,
it's fun.
That was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed
the
laughs.
Because I wrote some stuff down.
The laughs.
Kiki came unprepared
The
again.
laughs and giggles and banter and,
Real and raw.
Real and raw,
baby.
And you got real and raw today.
No makeup.
But we got swole, though.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, baby.
That's right. All right. That's the end.
Bye.